on the CamelBak Linchpin. Before I go into why I love this pack and why this is one of my favorites, if not probably actually my favorite pack I've ever had, and why I love running it, I'm going to go into the gear that I carry in it as of right now. This first container, or this is the outermost. It's kind of, it looks a lot bigger than it actually is. This actual pouch here, but this is just this outermost pouch on the top, and the reason why I can get so much space out of it is because, as I can show you, this top portion of the backpack, it could fill out to here, but it's very uncompressed, or there's nothing in here, so it works pretty much, or I can carry a lot of gear in here because there's nothing really back in here. All my gear is really down a little bit lower, about this low. So that's why I can carry so much gear in this pouch. And what I carry in here is the traditional fire setup. If you guys haven't seen that video, that's what this is. I'd go check that video out. This carries my flint and steel and all my traditional or natural fire starting materials are in this pouch, and that's all I carry in this, primarily because it's a pretty tight fit already, and there's really not any space to carry anything more in there. As previously mentioned, there's nothing really in this top portion, as you can see, and what I do carry in here is the Maxpedition Janus, which I've gone over the contents of this. I have slimmed it down a bit. I can't remember what all is in here, but there's not as much in here. I took the Exotac Nano Striker out and a few other things. So there's not a whole lot in here anymore, but I still carry this in here just because it carries my compass and several other things that I kind of sort of need. Thing is books. I carry 3 primary books. That is Alaska's Wilderness Medicines, Bushcraft by Morris Kohansky, and the Waterproof Bible. It keeps falling down, but I also carry a Right in the Rain in here. This kind of cloth thing is my hook knife, and sometimes this does have the ability to carry like spoons or smaller projects if I'm working on them, but right now I'm not working on anything, so it's just the hook knife itself, which is right here. And this is my preferred way of carrying hook knives. My MSR Stowaway or Seagull stainless steel pot. It is still technically winter, although it doesn't really feel like it. It still is, so I have some hand warmers in here, as well as my canteen or my Nalgene with its stainless steel nesting cup. That's been in all my backpacks since I can remember, so still a lot more room in here for more stuff, but like I've made mention in previous videos, I don't really carry a whole lot of gear, so I keep it pretty minimalistic with that. Here I just carry the camera, and I also forgot to mention there'd usually be a tripod in the main container, and then I carry the Contour Roam in here, as well as the DSLR would be in here too, but obviously I'm using that right now. So this pouch used to be the ammo pouch. It's not really anymore, just because now I run archery, or bows rather, and so I just keep the bowstringer in here, as well as some bow wax, and the 2 things that are always in here, the blast match and the Benchmade Reptilian 550. So that's what I always keep in there. Or those last two things are stuff I always keep in there. But if I'm running ammo, that'll generally be the pouch I run ammo in. And then lastly, the kind of just miscellaneous random stuff that I run. There's paracord, lots of paracord in here, cotton cloth, and then both my bow drill spindles, both the plastic and the bone, are in here too. It's pretty packed, but just kind of has miscellaneous stuff in it. The bladder, 100 ounce with this insulated tube, of course, and it runs the axe, as you guys have seen many times. To start off with this pack on the review, now you guys have seen everything in it, or kind of talking about the pack, why I love it, and why most people are really unfamiliar with the pack. I guess I'll start there first. is the pack was released at a really bad time for CamelBak and a lot of basically anyone that wasn't Maxpedition, because at the time this was released, which was around I think 2011. I believe it was at like SHOT Show of 2011, maybe 2010. But right around that time, Maxpedition released all their packs, or at least the Condor 2 and the Falcon 2, two really popular backpacks, and this one kind of got overshadowed. This one and like many Kelty packs also got overshadowed as well, but the Linchpin, along with all the others that got overshadowed, was overshadowed, and it just wasn't as big of a success, and that is a little bit unfortunate because this backpack is really good. It uses, as many of you are familiar, this Futura harness. I've made mention a few times. I do like it for mounting things like the axe. It makes it easy. It's very adjustable to fit your body, and overall the pack construction is really good. So it was a really shame that this pack never really rose up to being a better known pack, or still really is a kind of unknown pack. Stitching and everything on it is as usual on a CamelBak, just really good. Double stitched to triple stitched on pretty much everything. That and the places that don't have these coverings, these kind of cover the zippers from rain getting in. If it doesn't have this covering, it's reverse stitched so that rain really can't enter the pack. Dura nylon as well. And so it's pretty soft as well as pretty water resistant. Of course, like any nylon, they'll all pick up water, but this one does pretty good. I haven't had it in any hard rainstorms because I've really only had it over the winter. So from the snow and all the times it's been sitting in the snow, it's done pretty good about not absorbing too much moisture. So overall, this is a highly recommended backpack of mine. It's been on a lot of adventures that haven't made it into the or in front of the camera, and I know you guys just have to take my word on that, but the durability is very good. It holds up really nicely. Haven't had any rips or tears or anything bad on it, of course, or it wouldn't be in front of the reviewing table and I'd hate the pack if it failed. But overall, it's an awesome pack. One addition that I've made mention to several times before is the waist strap addition. That's something that, at least personally with me, I really needed, because this backpack, it feels a lot heavier than it actually is. Like it feels like you're carrying more than you really are, which is probably one of my, there's about 2 complaints I have, and one is that it does like to roll a lot. Like, it's now not wanting to roll, but it does like to really roll a lot. Even if you have everything pretty well set, it just likes to roll over and fall down. But another complaint that I do have, or something that I don't like about it, is it feels like you're carrying a lot more. Like, at least with me, when I'm running about 20 pounds of gear in it, it feels like 30 pounds to me. And so that might just be something up with me, but it feels a lot heavier, and in order to displace that weight, I just put a waist strap around it, and that helps mitigate the weight on your shoulders a lot, and something that I personally just needed to do with it. Anyways, other than those 2 complaints, it really is good. Some people will hate the fact that it doesn't have any MOLLE attachment, but in all honesty, I've never really used backpacks with MOLLE. I mean, the Maxpedition Jumbo Versa pack did have MOLLE, but even while I was running that, I never really needed it or used it or wanted it. Not to say it was a bad addition or that I hated the pack because of it, but I just found I never really needed it, and that it still remains true on this pack. Overall, I would highly recommend the pack, and it's really high quality. It is a little pricey, and the price has gone up. It's like around $200. If it's not $200, it's a little over or a little under. There are several colorations you can get in it, and that affects price as well. but I would definitely say it's still worth it even at $200 or $210. I love it, and I'm out.